This new study from Harvard may have just figured out how the brain regulates blood flow, and it's actually super interesting. So for 1 second, think about the sensation you're feeling right now in your left foot. Is it warm, cold, itchy, comfortable? When you did that, more blood was sent to the part of your brain that senses your left foot. That's because when you focus on your foot, it activates the brain cells in that area. And when brain cells are activated, they get hungry. They need more oxygen and glucose. So more blood flows in to provide that. That's just how the brain works, and it's the reason why brain scans like fMRIs don't actually measure brain activity. They measure blood flow. Looking at where blood is flowing tells us what brain areas are getting active and hungry. So anyways, here's what that study found. In the brain there are tons of blood vessels, which are made up of endothelial cells. The study found that those cells are connected by gap junctions, which are basically just pores between cells that allow stuff to flow freely between the cells. The researchers believe that these cells can somehow sense when the neurons nearby are active. Some external signal from the neurons basically says, hey, we need some blood over here, and that signal can transmit very quickly between these cells thanks to those gap junctions. This happens in tiny little blood vessels, but that message can then propagate all the way up to the bigger upstream arteries and say, hey, more blood this way. The researchers think this is how it works, because when they got rid of these gap junctions in these cells, it basically disrupted the delivery of blood to the active neurons. So we're a bit closer to understanding how the brain works, which is always a good thing. And if you want to stay in the loop, follow for more cool neuroscience.